Giants fans, the day is here, the 2022 NFL Draft, and Joe Schoen is going to put his best foot forward to make the New York Football Giants great again. He's got 2 picks to do so inside the top 8. The Giants, they own the 5th pick, and they also own the 7th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. And the first pick, it's already been made. Travon Walker has been the pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kind of somewhat of a shocker. I mean, for the prior 6 weeks, Aiden Hutchinson has been the favorite to go number 1 to Jacksonville. And then just this week, NFL Draft Week, the rumors started to come out that Travon Walker would be the guy, and he saw his draft stock just fly through the roof following the 2022 NFL Combine, where he was the clear cutaway Combine winner. He did everything well there. 6'5", 272 pounds. This is someone that showed the Jaguars that he has the most potential, in their opinion, in the NFL Draft. Someone that could come over and be a day one impact player for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm not mad at the pick, but if I had to make the pick myself, I probably would have went with Aiden Hutchinson. I like the proven talent at the pass rushing spot. I understand that Travon Walker ran a 4.5 40 at 6'5", 272 pounds. But its production, it wasn't nearly even close to the same as what Hutchinson did at Michigan. 37 tackles for Walker, 7.5 tackles for loss, 6 sacks. Those are solid numbers. But would you ever imagine that a player that had 6 sacks was going to be the number 1 pick in the NFL Draft? If you told me that a couple of weeks ago, I wouldn't have believed you. I probably would have put a lot of money that it was going to be Aiden Hutchinson. But Trent Baalke and the brass over there in Jacksonville, they thought Walker was the guy for them. And I think he's going to come in and be a solid piece. I think he has a little bit more of a learning curve than guys like Thibodeau or Aiden Hutchinson. But he has all the tools, especially the athletic traits, to be great in the National Football League. But enough talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's talk about the New York Giants. That's why you clicked on this stream. And I'm curious, who do you want the Giants to select with the number 5 pick in the 2022 NFL Draft? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be giving out shout-outs to everybody that has. So let me know who you think would be the best pick for the New York Giants. I'm hoping one of the top tackles is there. I would love Evan Neal. I would love Ike Mekwonu. I don't love Charles Cross at pick number 5, but if Ekwonu and Neal are both gone when the Giants are picking number 7 overall, then maybe I'd be okay with falling back on a guy like Charles Cross. I do have concerns about Cross. I can't even lie. The fact that he's only really a left tackle, never really played right tackle at Mississippi State, concerns me because the guy that the Giants pick at this spot, whether it's Ekwonu or Neal, he's going to have to switch to the right side. Neal, he has over 700 snaps at Alabama in his career at the right tackle spot. So he has, those traits. He has those skills. He's been through the ringer at the right tackle spot. He's the guy I would want. CFA 2618, what's going on? He says he wants Ike Mekwonu. Wolf Z, he wants Evan Neal. Alzo, what's going on, my guy? He wants Evan Neal as well. So does William Williams Jr. He's rolling with Evan Neal. Carlos says the O-line help finally, please. And it looks like the second pick of the 2022 NFL Draft is in. And Aiden Hutchinson has been selected by the Detroit Lions, a guy that I thought was going to be number 1 overall in this draft. Last year on the football field, he had one of the best seasons in Michigan history when it comes to being a pass rusher. 16.5 tackles for loss, 14 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 6'6", a solid size. He has more frame on his body to fill out that lengthy body of his. He has an athletic first step. He kind of reminds me of the long lineage of pass rushers that have come out of the Big Ten. He reminds me of one of the Bosa brothers. I see a little bit of JJ and TJ Watt in him. 62 tackles, 14 sacks. The Detroit Lions get a guy that's going to be a great pass rusher in this league for the next 10 to 12 years. I personally think, though, that Kayvon Thibodeau has a little bit of a higher ceiling than Aiden Hutchinson, but I think Hutchinson's going to provide a bigger impact early on in his NFL career. I want to do this to get the chat rate rolling and let everybody shout out their city. Get it in the comment section. Shout it out. Stand up. Be proud of where you're from. My favorite thing about Chat Sports is that there's viewers all over the world, from coast to coast. We have people in America. We have people all over the world that watch in. And right now I know people from everywhere all over the globe are watching. So get in the comments. Shout out your city. I want to see where all of you are watching from. Hixie Dust is from Long Island. That's awesome. That's where I was born. That's where my family's from. So pretty cool. What's going on, Hixie? One of the most loyal and faithful subscribers we have on the channel. Trey Green, he's in H-Town. H-Town, hold it down. Still tipping on Fofos. GD17, he's from Connecticut. Wolf Z, he's from New Jersey. David Han, he's from New York. Robert, repping from Sacramento, representing Brooklyn. Okay, I see what you're saying. Bruce is from Catasauqua. Not really sure where that is. I'm not that good at geography. B&B, he's from New Jersey. And Mr. NY Stadium, he's from Florida. If you want to get on the show today, we've got a super chat menu for you all. $1 super chats, you'll get on screen. All super chats get on screen, but $1, you'll get a shout out. $5, cheers. Got a little Truly going on. We'll get a little cheers going. $10, we'll do a shot. We got some Fireball on ice over here. $20, I got to chug whatever I'm drinking on. And every 50 likes we get on the stream today, we'll be taking shots. I want this to be a party. It's a big day for the Giants. They have an opportunity to change the future. You can get 2 franchise players at picks 5 and 7. So in the process of them doing that, let's enjoy it. Let's have a party. Here's a super chat menu. If you super chat, we'll get your name, your profile picture up on screen. We'll talk about whatever you ask. You can also ask a question with your super chat. So it's a way to support the show and get on screen and be a part of the show. The Houston Texans are on the clock. Then it's the Jets, then the Giants, then the Carolina Panthers, and then once again, the New York Giants. The Giants right now, it was kind of a boring offseason. Only $6.6 million in cap space. It's about the 25th least amount in the NFL. They made some moves in free agencies. They signed Tyrod Taylor to be the backup quarterback. They gave a good amount of money to Mark Glowinski, who's going to be the day one starting right guard for the New York Giants. But everybody else, it was a one-year deal for a veteran minimum contract. They also saw some players go, and that's where they have holes. Evan Ingram, Lorenzo Carter, Logan Ryan, and Jabril Peppers are no longer going to be with the New York Giants. Their biggest draft needs, in my opinion, are right tackle, edge rusher, offensive line, inside, outside. I think they could use some more playmakers on the outside and tight end. And I also think that they could use a playmaker in the backfield and on the outside as in the wide receiver spot. And the pick is in for the Houston Texans, and it is cornerback Sauce Gardner Derek Stingley out of LSU, and this is a pick that kind of came out of nowhere over the past couple of weeks. It was always mocked that Sauce Gardner would be the first cornerback taken in the 2022 NFL Draft, but it's Derek Stingley, the cornerback out of LSU, 6 foot, 190 pounds, and as a freshman, he was one of the best corners, if not the best corner in college football, and that's why he's a number 3 pick in the NFL Draft. Played in 15 games his freshman year, but then in his junior and sophomore year, he played in just 10 games. Had a long list of injuries. He had a knee injury. He had a foot injury. He had some ankle problems. Just played in a couple of games last year at LSU. 8 tackles. Not many stats to show for it. But if you can go back and watch the tape of him his freshman year, he was a guy at corner that was on an island so many times. He went from sideline to guard big-time wide receivers in the SEC. And if he's healthy, if he's able to stay healthy for his NFL career, he has the potential, in my opinion, to be one of the best corners in the NFL. He is a press man corner. And that's why I thought it would have been a good fit for the New York Giants. He would have fit very well in a Wink Martindale defense. He likes to get in the face of receivers, get his hands on receivers, play bump and run coverage, and he doesn't really need safety help. He's a lockdown corner in man coverage, and the Houston Texans, they're getting a great player in Stingley. He has some injury concerns. That's definitely a red flag and one for me when I was scouting him through this process. But if he's able to stay healthy, the Texans, they may have got the best cornerback in this draft, and that may be the case. But what do you know? Sauce Gardner is still on the board, and that's a player, according to everybody that's been tied into the Giants, guys that I've talked to, is the number 1 corner on their list. So Sauce Gardner with the Jets on the clock right now at pick number 4. If they don't take him, I would be very shocked if the Giants don't select him with the 5th or the 7th round pick. 3 picks through the NFL Draft, and no offensive linemen have been taken. That's great for the New York Giants. Ike Mekwonu, still on the board. Evan Neal, still on the board. One way, shape, or another, we're going to get one of them. We're finally going to address the offensive line in the NFL draft. I know we did it with Andrew Thomas, and that was a shocker because Dave Gettleman, he said it was going to be a priority for the Giants, but he never really made it one. So let me know, with 3 people taken already, Derek Stingley, Aiden Hutchinson, and Trayvon Walker, the Giants, they're a pick away from being on the clock. Let me know, who do you want the Giants to select? Is it Ike Mekwonu? Is it Evan Neal? Do you like Charles Cross more than those other 2 guys? Do you start to play a game of chess here? Do you go Sauce Gardner at 5? Therefore, no matter what, if the Jets pass on a tackle, you get one of the hog mollies at pick number 7. You don't have to take a chance on taking a guy like Evan Neal or Ike Mekwonu, and then maybe the Panthers or someone trade up to that 6th spot and they steal Sauce Gardner. Right now, the Giants are sitting pretty. They have 3 of their top guys still on the board in Gardner, Evan Neal, and Ike Mekwonu. I'm pretty pumped right now, starting to get a little bit of the jitterbugs as we get closer and closer to the Giants being on the clock. But let's see, get in the comment section and let me know, who do you want the Giants to draft? I'll give you some shout-outs in the comment section. Joseph Rios, he's from Pecan Grove, Texas, small town, probably never heard of it. I haven't. I've never heard of Pecan Grove, Texas. Where is that at? Big Cujo said, Marshall, I'm here. Big Cujo, you told me you'd be here, and you're here. That's real. You're a real one. Trucking Crazy Outlaw Gaming says the Giants are going to trade pick number 7, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did so. I like the players that are probably going to be the way the draft is shaking out at number 7, but if you're able to get one of these guys at pick number 7, whether it's Kyle Hamilton, I'm guessing if Nevin Neal's on the board at 5, the Giants will take him, but maybe you draft a guy like Kyle Hamilton or Kayvon Thibodeau at pick number 7. The only way I'm trading out of pick number 7 is if someone looks to overpay and make a move for a player and give up a future first-round pick. The Giants aren't in the camp of passing up on players that are going to be all-pro level talent. And if you can get Evan Neal and Sauce Gardner, those are 2 players that have all-pro potential. And I understand the idea of trading down, adding more draft capital. But if you don't net a future first-round pick, I'm just not really sure it's the best way to rebuild this roster for the New York Giants. I understand that if Daniel Jones, you want to have the struggles, you want to have the draft capital to move up in next year's draft, but sometimes it's better to just stick and pick. And right now, with the Giants and the way the draft board is falling out, I'd be cool with sticking and picking at pick number 5 and 7. If they do, predict the pick for me. Predict the pick in the comment section right now. Who do you think the Giants are going to select with the 5th overall selection? CFA, what's good, Marshall? What's going on, my guy? Robert, he wants Sauce Island. Isaac Petey said, that's a nice polo. Appreciate it, little guy. Hixie Dust, you know I've been campaigning for Hamilton. I know. I like Kyle Hamilton. I'm just not really sure if he fits the biggest need for the New York Giants. I know Joe Schoen has talked about taking the best player available. Kyle Hamilton, he's one of the highest players rated on my board. But Joe Schoen, he's also a man of positional value. And how high of a value do safeties really have in the NFL right now? You win by protecting your quarterback, getting after other quarterbacks, and shutting down playmakers on the outside. If you can get Evan Neal and you can get Sauce Gardner, you're going to fit check off 2 of those boxes right now. The Jets, they're on the clock. I have a feeling they're going to go Kayvon Thibodeau. I think they want a big-time playmaker to come in to MetLife Stadium, put some life back into the fan base. Jets, go Jets, Jets, Jets. Shout out to my uncle, John Green, rest in peace, one of the biggest Jets fans I've ever met. So do it for him. Take Kayvon Thibodeau. I feel like that's someone that he would go after. Ooh, and it is, I'm seeing the Jets pick right now. I want to double confirm, and I'm getting it right now. This is unfortunate. The Jets are selecting cornerback Sauce Gardner out of Cincinnati, and that's a heartbreaker. That's someone I wish the Giants could have got at pick number 7. I'd be very surprised if the Giants don't go Evan Neal right now at pick number 5 as the New York Football Giants are on the clock. Because number 4 overall, Sauce Gardner just went to the New York Jets, and the Jets, they're getting one of my favorite corners, if not my favorite corner in this draft. Sauce Gardner, 6'3", about 200 pounds, ran a 4.3 40 at the NFL Combine. He has all the intangibles. He has all the skills that you want at a cornerback to be successful in the National Football League. He can get in your face. He can be a press man coverage corner. What he did against Alabama when there was question marks about how successful he'd be against good competition, he allowed just 14 yards on about 8 targets and allowed 4 receptions. There weren't a lot of players that got the best of Sauce Gardner, no matter where he was lined up or teams he played against at the collegiate level. And for the Jets in their rebuild, they get arguably one of the best players still on the board and one of the most impactful players on the defensive side of the football. Sauce Gardner, he's going to look good in New York Jets green, but now it's time for the New York Giants to be on the clock. So I want you to get in the comments section and predict it for me. Who do you think the Giants are going to take right now with the 5th pick? I'm hoping it's Evan Neal. I think Evan Neal is the best complete offensive lineman in this draft. I had Ike Mekwonu slightly over him when I did my film breakdown, just because I like the nastiness that Ike Mekwonu played with. I want my right tackle to be a nasty blocker, and that's what Ekwonu is. But I do think Evan Neal is probably the most complete offensive lineman in this draft, so predict it for me. Type EN in the comment section if you think Evan Neal is going to be the pick for the New York Giants. If you think it's going to be Ike Mekwonu, you can go down in the comment section and type IE. Or if you think it's going to be Kayvon Thibodeaux, the edge rusher out of Oregon, go down in the comment section and type KT. If it were me, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to type it a couple times. I think it's going to be Evan Neal. I hope it's Evan Neal. The Giants, they've ignored the offensive line for far too long. And if you can walk away from the 5th pick, getting the best offensive lineman in the draft in Evan Neal, let's ride. Super Chat Palooza, Julianne Furnace Green, my cousin, what's going on? I appreciate the $20 Super Chat. We'll get the shots rolling after the Giants make the pick at pick number 5. But for now, I'll take a sip of my drink. Kendall Teg, what's going on? A $10 Super Chat. I appreciate you guys. You guys make doing what I do very enjoyable, and I couldn't do it without you guys' support. Then Joseph Rios with a $20 Super Chat. If you Super Chat, you'll get on the show. Every time you Super Chat, we'll be taking shots later on in the show. So I think we said every $10 is a shot. Right now, we're at $69 in Super Chats. So that's going to be about 7 shots. Let's ride. Parker Smith, what's going on, my guy? He put a little emoji in there, a pear emoji. So our software, it's not that cool. It doesn't show the pear emoji. But Peaches O'Houlihan, you're my guy. I appreciate the $20 super. We got 7 shots coming in after the Giants make their 5th overall selection. And I hope it's Evan Neal. I think Evan Neal is the best player on the board. I know I continue to say that, but I'm just so high. I'm happy. I am excited that the best 2 offensive linemen, the fact that no offensive linemen have been selected before pick 5, the Giants, they're taking their time. What does that mean? I'm sure they're enjoying, Joe Schoen's enjoying ESPN, NFL Network, and Chat Sports talking about him right now. This is his first draft as the Giants general manager. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? I hope it's Evan Neal. Predict it for me. EN in the comment section for Evan Neal. IE in the comment section for Ike Mekwonu. Or if you think it's Kayvon Thibodeaux, the edge rusher out of Oregon, go down in the comment section and KT. The Super Chats are rolling in. I owe you guys 12 shots after this, so let's ride. I'm going to have my producer, Petey, help me a little bit. I'm a tank, though, so no big deal. Jim, he says, i.e. Ike Mekwonu. The pick is not in yet, but when it is, we'll make sure you guys are the first ones to hear about it. Kendall, what's going on? Another Super Chat. Kendall's the MVP of the show right now. That's 49, 50 plus 10, that's 60. $60 in Super Chats. That's why I talk sports. I'm not very good at math, but I'm good at watching football. I trust my eyes. I know who's a good football player. And Evan Neal is the best football player left on the board right now. If you can get an offensive line of Andrew Thomas at left tackle, right now it's Max Garcia at left guard. I'm hoping the Giants draft a guard to replace him in the NFL draft. You have him. Then you got John Feliciano at center. You got Mark Glowinski at right guard. And if you can get Evan Neal here at number 5, you got Evan Neal and you got Andrew Thomas. 2 top 10 picks, bookend tackles for the next 10 to 12 years. That makes life for guys like Daniel Jones easier. That makes life for guys like Saquon Barkley easier. Because the quarterback position and the running back position, they're dependent positions. If you don't have time to throw, if you don't have holes to run through, you're not going to be nearly as good of a football player as you should be. But when you got Andrew Thomas blocking for you, or maybe it's Evan Neal, maybe it's Charles Cross, maybe it's Iku Mekwonu, no matter who it is right now, I don't give a damn. Just take an offensive tackle. Honestly, I'm cool with not taking an offensive tackle at 5 because one of them are still going to be there at 7. But you better pick one in the first round, or Joe Schoen, you're going to be booed like you've never been booed before. And I want Joe Schoen to sleep well at night. He talked about if he can walk away from the NFL draft at picks 5 and 7 and make 2 good draft picks, he's going to be able to sleep well at night. And I want that to happen. I want my guy Joe Schoen not losing any sleep, catching up on his Z's, laying next to his wife, sleeping well. Because the better he sleeps, the better the New York Football Giants are going to be. I'm excited. The Giants pick is in. We do not know who it is. I'm officially nervous at this point. I'm nervous. Let me get a little drink in me so I can break down these picks a little bit better. But I'm nervous. And the Giants pick is in. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. We're going to break it down in a second. Let me know when we got the green light. I got my producers in here with me. Woo! Should I say it? Should I hold it? The Giants have selected Kayvon Thibodeaux, number 5 overall, the edge rusher out of Oregon. All right. That means they're taking a tackle at 7. They have to be. I like the little game of poker Joe Schoen is playing right now. He's guaranteeing that one of the top tackles will be there at pick number 7, and we are adding Kayvon Thibodeaux, someone that was mocked to be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft just a couple of months ago, before the NFL Combine, before the Senior Bowl, before all the jazz that happens in the NFL draft cycle. Kayvon Thibodeaux was the number 1 player on the NFL draft. I'm pumped. The Giants, they got, in my opinion, one of the best edge rushers in this draft. And that's their guy, Kayvon Thibodeaux. We're going to break it all down here in a second. But you're getting a lot of good football out of Kayvon Thibodeaux. This is someone that's going to come in and be a day 1 starter for the New York Giants. So let's break it down right now. With the 5th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Kayvon Thibodeaux, the edge rusher out of Oregon. And the Giants, they are addressing the pass rush need. Dave Gettleman, he ignored it. He said he would address it. He did not. But Joe Schoen, in his first NFL draft, he did so, getting one of the best, if not the best, edge rusher in the NFL draft. Kayvon Thibodeaux, 6'4", 254 pounds. Last year, with the Oregon Ducks, 49 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. His most impressive trait is his get-off. His way and his ability to explode off the ball. This is someone that's going to put a lot of pressure on opposing tackles to stay in front of him. Because while he might have somewhat of a slighter frame, at 254 pounds, he has the first step like an outside linebacker, like someone that you don't expect to. He shined at the Combine. He shined throughout the NFL draft process. But there were concerns about his character, about how much he wanted to be great. Did Kayvon Thibodeaux want to be the best version of himself? At his Combine and his pro day, at 6'4", 260 pounds, he ran a 4.58 40. He was extremely impressive. A broad jump of almost 10 feet. A bench press rep of 225 pounds 27 times. He checks all the boxes of the type of player you want coming off the edge of your defense. And Kayvon Thibodeaux in a Don Wink Martindale defense is going to be a lot of fun for a long time for the New York Football Giants. But grade the pick for me. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think of the selection of Kayvon Thibodeaux at pick number 5. Was it an A? Get your red marker out. Be harsh. Be hard on Joe Schoen. It's his first draft, and I want him to hear from New York Football Giants fans. Type A if you think it's the best pick in the world. B if you think it was solid. C if it was average. D if you didn't like it. And if you hated it and you're upset that Kayvon Thibodeaux is a New York Football Giant, you can go down in the comment section and type F for F. Colin Cowherd leaked a couple of months ago that Kayvon Thibodeaux wanted to be a New York Football Giant. And when I heard about that, that made me excited. That got my blood pumping. I was ecstatic because I want players to be here, to rep the shield, to wear the blue helmet. with the white NY on it. It means something to play for the New York Football Giants. They've been the laughingstock of the league for a while now. But the Giants, they have one of the most prestigious histories in the NFL. A franchise that's chasing their 5th NFL Super Bowl trophy. The type of player Kayvon Thibodeaux is, Giants fans are going to love him. He's an incredible athlete. His burst is exceptional. He's a gifted athlete. He's someone that's going to put a lot of pressure on offensive tackles that don't have the sideline to sideline or the in-frame quickness. He's also extremely strong. He's not just a pass rusher. This is someone that's going to be great in the run game. He can get off blocks extremely easy. He can track down ball carriers with the speed. He's not bad in any area of his game. The thing I like about him, even though the sack numbers don't reflect it, he's always after the quarterback. He's always in the backfield. I mean, these were the first 4 picks in the NFL draft. Trayvon Walker to the Jacksonville Jaguars, Aiden Hutchinson to the Detroit Lions, Derek Stingley to the Houston Texans, and then Ahmad Sauce Gardner to the New York Jets with pick number 4. And then pick number 5, Joe Schoen, he pulled the trigger on our guy. Yes, I'm saying it because he's a New York Football Giant. Our guy, Kayvon Thibodeaux. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if this is your first time coming across a New York Giants Now video by Chat Sports. We're trying to get to 8,000 subscribers on the channel. We're almost at about 7.4 thousand, but I can believe we get there on today's video. And if you're wondering, why would I subscribe? Because we make free daily videos every single day on the latest Giants news and rumors. And just because the NFL draft is here and now almost gone, we're not going to slow down our coverage of the Giants. When the dog days of the NFL schedule are here, our June and July, I can promise you we'll still be putting out content every single day. We're the best YouTube channel out there covering the New York Giants. So go down right now and hit that big red button. Lance Zierlein, who works for NFL, he put this out on NFL.com, kind of a player breakdown of Kayvon Thibodeaux and the type of player that New York Giants fans can expect. This is what he said. He's an enticing edge rusher whose game is fueled by traits and power over skill and instincts at this juncture of his career. Thibodeaux is hardly a finished product, but has pro-ready attributes that should help him acclimate quickly. And what he means by that is he is such a physical specimen, the #1 recruit coming out of high school. He was one of the best edge rushers in college football as a freshman at Oregon. He oftentimes won with just sheer strength and his ability to be an athletic freak. And that's a blessing and a curse. Because if your whole life you're able to just beat offensive tackles by your strength and getting off the ball quickness, you don't always get in your bag and show the type of pass rush moves you have. But that's not the case for Kayvon Thibodeaux. He often won with that athletic ability, but he also has all the tools and all the pass rush moves you would want in a pass rusher. He has the swing move. He has the grab, pull, and release. He can get after the quarterback, 6'4", 260 pounds, a 4.5 40. He is going to be fireworks in the New York Giants defense for a long time. And in a defensive scheme ran by Wink Martindale that's going to draw up a bunch of exotic blitzes and get Kayvon Thibodeaux free rushes to the quarterback. Quarterbacks in the NFC East, they better have their head on a swivel. What about this, though? What was your one-word reaction to the pick of Kayvon Thibodeaux? Get in the comments section. Let me know. For me, it was wow. I expected an offensive lineman, but Joe Schoen right now, he's playing a little game of poker. None of the offensive linemen were taken in the top 4, so he sat back and said, look, how about I take the best player on the board in Kayvon Thibodeaux, and that way I'm guaranteed to get Charles Cross, Ika Mekwonu, or Evan Neal at pick 7. I like the strategy. It's something we've talked about on the channel before, and Joe Schoen is executing on that plan right now. It's coming out that Ika Mekwonu is the pick to the Carolina Panthers, so we'll break down that 7th pick and who the Giants could draft in a second, but a little more on Kayvon Thibodeaux. I'm happy. I'm excited. This is someone that I think could go for 10 sacks his rookie year. A defensive line of Leonard Williams, Azeez Ojulari, Kayvon Thibodeaux, that's something that the New York Giants can build around for the next 5 to 10 years. Those are 3 real deal dudes on the front 7. Leonard Williams, a top 10 pick in the NFL. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he's a top 10 pick. And Azeez Ojulari, he would have been a first rounder last year, but a knee injury and medical red flag came up. But he put those critics and any buzz to sleep because he had one of the best rookie pass rush seasons for the New York Giants. I appreciate everyone clicking on today's video. A reminder, go down, hit that big red button. Help us get to 8,000 subscribers on the channel. Go down, hit that big red button right now. Kayvon Thibodeaux. Wow. I'm in shock. I mean, I expected it to be an offensive lineman, but I didn't expect for no offensive lineman to go in the top 4. Let's see some, my guy Cody Monk here, I was helping him out with a mock draft today, and it wasn't this exact situation, but I did not give him the correct advice. Let's get a weigh-in up on screen of predict a pick of who do you guys think is going to be the 7th overall selection for the New York Giants. Is it going to be Charles Cross? Is it going to be Evan Neal? You still got 2 of the top 3 offensive linemen left on the board. If you think it's going to be Charles Cross, you can go down in the comment section, type Cross, type CC. Or if you think it's going to be Evan Neal, you can go down in the comment section and type EN. Tom, he thinks Evan Neal's the pick. Trucking Crazy Outlaw Gaming thinks Evan Neal is also going to be the pick. Ant, he's pumped up. Let's go, Kayvon. Oh, Kayvon Thibodeaux in New York Giants blue. That's going to be a beautiful sight. Deion Jackson says big mistake. I don't think so. I think this is Joe Schoen taking a risk and taking a player that has some really high upside. We saw the Buffalo Bills do that. They went and took guys in their time at Buffalo, like Gregory Rousseau, who had some question marks, but had the production 2 years ago in college football that he could be an elite edge rusher. And that's what we're hoping that Kayvon Thibodeaux could be. These are Chat Sports' best available players. Kyle Hamilton, he's the number 1 player still left on the big board here at Chat Sports. Evan Neal right behind him. Then the center out of Iowa, Tyler Linderbaum. Trent McDuffie, the cornerback out of Washington. It's got to be Evan Neal right here. I know there's been a lot of buzz about Charles Cross. This is Ike Mekwonu. He went number 6 overall to the Carolina Panthers, and I liked Ike Mekwonu a lot. I think he's probably the best pass blocker in this draft. I think he's going to be really good for the Carolina Panthers. Kind of surprising that they didn't go with a quarterback at this spot, but that doesn't mean that they won't not trade up later on in the draft. But Ike Mekwonu, they got a solid pass protector in him. He's going to be good for the Carolina Panthers. He's going to help a young quarterback that they may go get in the future. It's going to create running lanes for guys like Christian McCaffrey. It's going to help Carolina Panthers quarterbacks get the ball to DJ Moore on the outside. You never can go wrong, really, with beefing up the offensive line, something I've wanted the Giants to do for a very long time. And I'm hoping right now at pick number 7, they're going to do that. Is it going to be Charles Cross? Is it going to be Evan Neal? Could it be a surprise pick? Could it be someone like Kyle Hamilton? Could they take maybe Jermaine Johnson? I don't think they go again with an edge rusher after they just selected Kayvon Thibodeaux. But let's grade the pick at Thibodeaux as we wait for Roger Goodell to get back up on the stage and announce who the Giants are going to take with the 7th overall selection. A, B, C, D, or F for Kayvon Thibodeaux? I give it an A. I think you got one of the best and highest ceiling players in the NFL draft in Thibodeaux, and it fits a huge need for the New York Giants. The Giants' pass rush hasn't been the same since that 2011 Super Bowl when they had one of the best defensive line and front sevens in the NFL draft. And they're starting to piece together a front seven that's going to be good for a very long time. Leonard Williams, still a young player, still has a lot to prove. Azeez Ojulari, I think had 8 sacks last year for the New York Giants as a rookie. If you can line up a front seven of Kayvon Thibodeaux, you get a guy like Leonard Williams. You also get Azeez Ojulari. That's 3 primetime edge rushers for the New York Giants. But you also have to remember, Joe Schoen has talked about trading down in the 2022 NFL draft. He didn't do that at pick 5, but could he do it at pick 7? Right now, I say no way, no how. You cannot trade down. The draft has fallen almost ideally for you. I would have loved for Sauce Gardner to be there at pick number 7. It didn't happen. But No offensive lineman going in the top 5 picks. That's a win for the Giants because it guarantees you're going to get one of the top 3 guys at the 7th spot. We'll roll through some super chats. If you want to get on screen, we're taking shots. We're doing all fun stuff. We'll do it after the next cut, the next announcement of the Giants' 7th pick. $10 every shot. We're at $210 right now. That's 21 shots. I might have set the bar a little too low. I wasn't expecting the green girls to come in here and drop the black card and, make Giants now $200 in supers. But Kendall, what's going on? This is not a green girl. Al, what's going on? A 20-piece from you. I always see you in the comment section. I appreciate you. We can't do this show without subscribers like you. Trish Green, what is going on? Wow, good to see you. I don't really see you. I wish instead your beautiful face was there instead of that green tea. Kind of cool that it's green, though. I can't even lie. But I appreciate the 50 bones. I'll say in about an hour, I'm going to be pretty damn drunk, and that's going to be awesome because the Giants right now, they're rebuilding this front, and the 7th pick is in, and it's Evan Neal. The New York Giants have selected Evan Neal, the offensive tackle out of Alabama, and right now I think the Giants are the runaway winners of the NFL draft. You get Kayvon Thibodeau, a guy that was mocked as the number 1 pick just a couple of months ago. He was the number 1 recruit coming out of high school. He dominated the Pac-12 as a freshman, and now you get, in my opinion, one of the top 2 tackles in the NFL drafted, Evan Neal. Evan Neal, 6'8", 345 pounds. Yes, he's built like a brick shit house. 6'8", 345 pounds. He's extremely athletic. He lacks a little bit of lateral quickness, but that can easily be improved. He's already cut some weight. There was rumors that he was playing at Alabama at 370 pounds, but he got to the NFL Combine weighing at 345, and you wouldn't believe it if you saw him. He is chiseled, he's strong, he's lean, and he's really, really a good football player. The reason I like Evan Neal over a guy like Charles Cross is a left tackle. Evan Neal, he's an offensive lineman. What do I mean by that? He played over almost 1,100 reps at the left tackle spot, another 723 at the left guard spot, and 765 reps at the right tackle spot. He's versatile, and he's someone that I think is going to be really good for the Giants for a very long time. With the 7th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Giants are selecting Evan Neal, the offensive tackle out of Alabama. And just clap it up, because right now, Joe Schoen is showing why he was the hire as the New York Giants general manager to replace Dave Gettleman. He went out and got Kayvon Thibodeau, pick number 5, one of the best edge rushers in the draft, and now he has selected Evan Neal, in my opinion, the most complete tackle in the NFL draft. This guy's built like a brick shithouse. 6'7.5", almost 6'8" in Nike Air Maxes, 337 pounds. He cut weight. He's athletic. He played in 15 games last year, allowed just 2 sacks. Someone that I think is going to be a cornerstone for the New York Giants for a very long time. Him at right tackle is going to be a seamless transition because at Alabama, he played left guard over 1,100 snaps. He played left tackle, left guard over 723 snaps. Left tackle over 1,100 snaps. And he played in 2020 765 snaps at the right tackle spot. So this isn't someone like Charles Cross or Ika Mekwonu, who has never played right tackle before. Evan Neal has, and he's going to slide over there and be the day 1 starter for the New York Giants. You're walking out of the first round right now if you're Joe Schoen. They better start building that statue. You get Kayvon Thibodeau, arguably the best edge rusher in this draft, and then you take Evan Neal with pick number 7. A couple of months ago, both these guys, they were mocked to be top 5 picks. People didn't think that they would be there when the Giants were on the clock, and right now, the Giants are leaving Las Vegas after day 1 with arguably the best edge rusher and arguably the best tackle. You win football games in the trenches, an area that the Giants have not been good at for as long as I can remember. The offensive line, it's been abysmal since Eli Manning won them their 4th Super Bowl. But now, with Andrew Thomas at left tackle, a top 10 pick, Evan Neal at right tackle, a top 10 pick. You got Mark Lewinsky at right guard. This offensive line is miles better than it was just 4 months ago when the Giants were making QB sneaks on 2nd and 3rd and long. How you feeling? Scaling in the comment section about this pick. Scale it 1 to 10. 1 being you're pissed. You just threw the remote through your TV. You're going to be drunk all night, a rage type of drunk. Or 10, like me, you're going to be drunk because you're excited. I'm pumped up. I'm typing my 10 in the comment section. But scale it from me from 1 to 10 on how you're feeling right now about the Giants' first round selections. I'm pumped up. You got one of the best players in the NFL draft at pick number 7. A guy I didn't think, honestly, would be on the board. I hoped, I prayed, before I went to sleep the last week, I told God, please make it happen. I don't ask for much, but if we can get Evan Neal at pick number 7, I'll be a better dude. I'll be a better person, and now I got to own up to that. Because Evan Neal, who according to Chat Sports, their rankings, was the best offensive tackle in the draft and the number 2 player in this draft. People built like him don't move like that. At 6'8", 330, 340 pounds, you're not supposed to have the lateral side-to-side quickness that he has, and he does. He'll benefit from playing only one spot in the NFL because at Bama, he played left tackle, he played left guard, but he's going to slide in and be a cornerstone piece for the Giants at right tackle. And he's very durable. He didn't miss one practice at Alabama, and he never missed a game, and that's what you want. Shout out to my producer, Matthew Peterson. He says it best. The best ability is availability, and that's what Evan Neal is. NFL.com, they did a write-up on Neal, and this is what they had to say. Neal has experience against the best competition the college game has to offer. He has started at both left and right tackle and should project on the left side if he can continue to manage his weight. The thing is, the Giants already have a great left tackle in Andrew Thomas, so he's going to slide to the right tackle spot, a place that he's played at in the SEC, going up against top dogs like Trayvon Walker. He's gone against the best of the best. He's battle-tested. He's going to come into the New York Giants and arguably be already their second best lineman on the front 5. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. The Giants, they're addressing their biggest needs on the offensive line and the defensive line in the NFL draft. And with Evan Neal, it's going to make life for Daniel Jones and life for Saquon Barkley a lot better as 2 guys are trying to earn another contract in the NFL and potentially with the New York Football Giants. If this is your first time watching a New York Giants Now video by Chat Sports, go down and hit that big red button because we do videos, Giants news, Giants rumors, Giants trade rumors, anything under the sun about the New York Giants, we talk about it on our YouTube channel every single day, and it's free. We don't have a paywall, someone that charges $1 to come and watch the videos. We don't have time for that. You don't have time to do that. Free videos every single day. When the NFL draft finally passes away and is no longer in the front of us, we're going to continue to do videos every single day. So go down right now, hit that big red button, join the family, help us get to 8,000 subscribers. I don't really know what to say right now. I'm sweating. I've got a fan on. I'm happy. I'm not stressing anymore. I've got my drink over here. Kayvon Thibodeaux at pick number 5 and Evan Neal at pick number 7. You get someone that's going to immediately make your defense better in Kayvon Thibodeaux. He's going to make the life easier for Leonard Williams, for Azeez Ojulari, for Blake Martinez, for Tay Crowder, for Xavier McKinney, for Adoree Jackson. And then you get someone like Evan Neal, who's going to make it easier for Daniel Jones, for someone like Saquon Barkley. If Kadarius Toney can get his head on straight, it's going to make life easier for him because Daniel Jones is going to be able to give him the rock way more often. Drake London just went number 8 overall to the Atlanta Falcons. So here's what the top 8 picks look like. Trayvon Walker, number 1. Aiden Hutchinson, number 2. Derek Stingley, number 3. Sauce Gardner, number 4. That one hurt. I like Sauce Gardner a lot. Kayvon Thibodeaux, number 5. Then Icky out of NC State, number 6. Evan Neal, number 7. And Drake London just went number 8 to the Atlanta Falcons. I really don't even know what else to say because I think these picks that Joe Schoen has made speak for themselves. You had to improve the offensive line. Last year, it was a disaster. When you have to quarterback sneak on 2nd and 3rd down, when you're backed up against your own goal line, that's embarrassing. And that has much to do with Jake Fromm, but more so to do with the offensive line. Joe Judge didn't believe that they had the protection for Jake Fromm to drop back in those situations. But now, with Evan Neal, Mark Glowinski, John Feliciano, and Andrew Thomas, you're going to be able to have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL for a very long time. It starts up front. You got to be able to protect your quarterback. You got to be able to protect your playmakers, and Joe Schoen is putting his best foot forward in doing so. The happiest guy right now has to be Saquon Barkley, someone that struggled in his NFL career since his rookie year. Last year and the year prior, before he tore his ACL, there was nowhere to run. He consistently would run into the back of offensive linemen, but now I'm hoping he's chest bumping his offensive lineman in the end zone after he breaks off a 60-yard run, holding up the deuce sign. And there's Evan Neal, and there's Andrew Thomas ready to meet him in the end zone. Maybe he gives them the ball, and he lets them spike it in the end zone. I love seeing that happen to big guys getting to celebrate. Hopefully we see Evan Neal. Maybe we get a fat guy touchdown next year, and Evan Neal catches a touchdown. But grade the Giants' first 2 picks for me. A, B, C, D, or F. I got to give it an A. I really do. Am I being biased? Sure. Do I care? Hell no. I believe the Giants are the winners of the NFL draft. We're only 8 picks in, so really, they only had to beat a couple teams. But right now, you address 2 big needs. You needed an edge rusher. You needed someone that you could build your front 7 around. Check. Kayvon Thibodeau. You needed a right tackle to pair alongside Andrew Thomas, and you did that in Evan Neal. Check. This is an easy A for me through the first 2 picks of the NFL draft. I mean, just look at these guys. You got premier players in the NFL draft, and that's what Joe Schoen said he wanted. He wanted to walk away from round 1, selecting 2 big-time players, 2 guys that had all-pro talent, and that's what Kayvon Thibodeau is. His ceiling, in my opinion, is higher than every other edge rusher in the draft. Evan Neal, he's the most complete tackle in the draft, and I'm pumped that both of them will be wearing New York Giants blue for hopefully a very long time. All right, let's get in the comment section. Grade these 2 first-round picks for me. I'm pumped up. And Charles Cross just went 9th overall to the Seattle Seahawks, a player that the Giants and Joe Schoen talked about a lot. I'm going to kill this drink. We got a lot of drinks to kill. 21 shots. That's a lot. And I'm a man of my word. But I'm going to need some help. Am I weak for calling help out of the bullpen? Maybe. But I'm also one of the realest people you know. Wow. Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau. I was not expecting that. I was expecting Sauce Gardner. There was a lot of rumors that the Giants... Did I have a mock? Maybe. I did like 10 of them. But, no, I don't think I ever did Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau. But Charles Cross, he just went to the Seattle Seahawks, 9th overall. A good pass-blocking offensive lineman. Someone I like a lot. I think he's more of a true left tackle than a right tackle. And the Giants, they needed a right tackle, and they got that in Evan Neal. All right. We'll hit supers, then we'll wrap up. Do we? Let's ride. Let's ride. I think I built it wrong. I don't know what happened there. I appreciate everybody that's joined this stream. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, gosh, dang it. Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau, if you're a Giants fan, you better be pumped the hell up. Because this is a draft class that you could really only dream of. I mean, the days of selecting DeAndre Baker or Kadarius Toney, I think are in the past. I think Joe Schoen is the guy. Joe Schoen is going to make the New York Football Giants great again. I might make a blue hat instead of a red one that says that. But we got some super chats to roll through. We got some shots to take. Let me put a message out to the crew out there. Yeah, Petey, you're going to have to come up here and help me out. Kendall, what is going on? You sent a hippo character. Runs. Oh, wow. Mitch, I got some shots I need some to be taken. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Kendall, what's going on? You've been the MVP of today's show. Trey, step it up. Step it up. That's all I got to say. Good old Fireball. Let's ride. I think the Giants are an A grade right now, an A grade. Yeah, I mean, hey, only 9 picks have been made, but they're winning. Giants have 2 picks. Let's ride. The Giants have made 2 picks. Al, Now let's get Johnson from Florida. Defensive tackle. I could see it. The Giants, they need some help on the defensive line. But right now, I think the biggest area of need in the second round. Or are you talking Jermaine Johnson? Well, I don't think he's going to be there at pick number 36 if that's who you're talking about. Got another super chat coming in from Joseph Rio, so I'll get to that in a second. I'm just going to start taking shots. Woo! Al, no, I don't think they go Jermaine Johnson anymore. No. He's not going to be on the board next time they pick him. They already addressed the edge rusher, but I appreciate your question, Al. Joseph Rios. Marsh, do we hammer Giants over 7 wins? To the moon, F it. Put 100 on it. If they don't win 7 games, don't call me, though. But if they do win, call me, and I'll make sure that I was right. Yeah. I mean, Joe, I'm pumped up. I know the Texans, that's your squad. Derek Stingley, they're going to be on the clock again soon. But right now, I think the Giants are clear winners of the NFL draft. Let's ride. My guy, Chase Sr., one of the realest in the game. We got 24 shots to take down, so I might have set the menu a little cheap. Petey, get up here. Put the mic down. Put the headset off. The cuts are done.
I said this. I tweeted this out. 1, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Marshall. 2, you finally have a competent front office with the Giants, and they're making smart picks.
Exactly. I said Kayvon Thibodeau was a home run swing, but if he hits, and you say that about every draft pick that hits,
Neil the best tackle?
That's what I think. Neil is the most complete tackle in the draft. All right, my guy Chase Sr., although he's from Philly, he's one of the realest in the game. He's taking a shot for all of you guys. He does not hate Santa, and he does not throw batteries at people. Woo! All right, my guy Matthew Petey, he's the one pushing the buttons, making all this happen. Without him, we wouldn't be able to get any graphics on screen. So shout out to Petey. He covers the Browns and the Broncos.
Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue. He did it. He said it right. Grade it. Grade Big Blue in the comments section. Oh, wow. I know I said $10 for every super, and we just got in a $100 super chat. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen. But I'm going to go until my boss kicks me off. We're going to keep this party rolling. All I'm saying is you better give me a portion of this super chat, Rev. Hear that, Brett? Let's ride. All right, another super chat from Julianne Marsh. Will you come to NY for a game? Thing is, we work on Sundays. As much as I'd love to, unlikely at the moment. But what game would I want to go up there? Any home game. But what about this? I want to take off a week in July. Can I come to the Fire Island trip this year? I want to come to the Fire Island trip. I never get invited. You only invite Fred, and that's bullshit. I'm way more fun than Fred is. I got better hair. I look better. So, invite me to Fire Island, and let's ride. Julianne, I love you. Thank you. Kendall, oh my gosh, are you rich? Do I need to put my Venmo on screen? Let's ride. Kendall, another $10 super chat. You are the MVP of today's show. You're while the viewers weren't as high as I expected them to be, the super chats are much better, and that's all that matters. Trey Green, I hope this isn't coming from Cullen's college tuition. But let's fucking go. F Dave Gettleman. Seriously, F Dave Gettleman. Get it in the comments section. Who would Gettleman have picked? He probably would have picked Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle out of Georgia at pick number 5. And then Matt Araiza, the punter at pick number 7. Dave Gettleman, get him out of here. Joe Schoen for president. Joe Schoen 2024, let's ride. Let's get those shirts going. Joe Schoen 2024. Denny Mayo, yes, Fire Island. My cousins always do a trip to Fire Island, and I never get the invite. Just my old dad does. That's effed up. The Jets have made a pick. I looked already. I cheated. I got quick eyes, just like off those Scantrons in high school. Garrett Wilson, going 10th overall to the New York Jets. I like Garrett Wilson a lot. I think he's one of the best, if not the best receiver in the NFL, and he's a Texas boy. So I like that a lot. Garrett Wilson's the real deal. Okay. Kendall, I just saw your. I'm dead. Thank you. She's a real one. She is. I'm kind of upset. I missed her call the other night, and she said if I would have answered, she would have paid me $100. But looks like I'm getting that right now. Let's freaking go. The New York Giants are back. We are back, Matthew Peterson. The Giants are back, and by back, I'm hoping they win 7 games this year. I think if you can be hovering around 500, if you're the Giants next year, it's a big win. We'll break down the pick of Garrett Wilson to the Jets, Jets. I like what the Jets are doing. They're adding playmakers on the outside. They did so with Sauce Gardner, and they also did so with Garrett Wilson. I was reading a super chat, a comment in the comment section. But Garrett Wilson, yes. Let's get that Kendall Tegan super chat on screen. And then we're done. And then we're signing off. My boss said we got to get out of here because we got other work to do. I'm not really sure how many shots I've taken, but I'm just going to do it until they officially kick me off. Fred says we just needed the best player on the board. Fred doesn't know football. He really doesn't. He thinks he does. Kendall Tegan, shout out to your godmother. Yes, shout out to my godmother. She's the realest. As the kids would say, A1 since day one. She's a real one. She shouldn't be sad. We just got it on screen. Hey, technology takes a little time. All right, she just sent in another one. We're going to stay live as long as the super chats roll. That's word from my boss. We can stay live as long as the super chats roll. And they continue to roll in. Should be another one coming in when you get a second, Piggy. The unwavered love and support. It doesn't go unnoticed. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. I believe it. The NFC East is trash, Trey. And I believe we can backdoor the playoffs. Kendall Teggins, another super chat. Your godmother loves you. Give it more. Push it across, Petey. Hit the space bar. Let's ride. Chugs, I told him $10. We'd take shots. We got $355 in supers. So I don't think we're taking realist in the game right here. He's from H-Town as well. H-Town legend right here. Are we just going bottles up? Oh, tastes like Christmas morning. Let's ride. The New York Football Giants are back. Game Freak. I thought the Giants did really well in the draft. I didn't expect Kayvon Thibodeau at 5, but with the way the draft board fell out, I'm totally cool with it. You got one of the best edge rushers. Let's go. Oh! Let's go. They did it. We're back. Make the Giants great again.
Go Cowboys.
F that guy. Let's ride. Let's effing go. I see I missed some slacks while I was live. I was not very attentive to my Slack. Don't tell Yodes. I appreciate everyone that's made New York Giants now a part of their day today. If you haven't yet, go down, hit that big red button. Let's fucking go. Kayvon Thibodeau, Evan Neal. You really couldn't ask for anything better. You get arguably the best edge rusher in this draft. And then you get arguably the best offensive lineman in this draft. Petey, unmute yourself. Give me some thoughts. Give me some thoughts. I think you guys can hear my producer right now talk.
Yeah.
They can hear
the
you.
audio level is okay.
All right, Petey, give me your. Let's fucking go.
Here's a good draft metric.
This
If
is my
someone
producer,
who doesn't
Petey,
watch
talking.
Football walks in and says that's a good pick, then it's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
We had our soccer guy who knows nothing about the NFL just say, I think those were good picks by the Giants, which means it's got to be a good pick because grass fairies they don't know real football well, but if they know that Thibodeau and Neal at 5 and 7 are steals, I mean, Thibodeau at one point was supposed to be the first overall pick.
He was supposed to be before the NFL draft cycle started, he was number 1.
And then who was the guy that came after Thibodeau at 1? Evan Neal.
Evan Neal.
So you got 2 guys that were mocked first at 5 and 7.
This is a Bears fan talking.
And you took my 7th pick.
And we got a 7th pick. Look,
I wish Neal was protecting the Eagles. Justin Fields.
I'm excited. You guys have made this a lot of fun. My family's been in the chat. They've sent over $355 in supers. That's how the Green family gets down. We like to party. We like to have a good time. Hey, Fire Island, if I don't get the invite this year, you're done. You're done. Just give me some notice because I got to take some days off. I'll save some PTO. I'll take some days off and I'll be at Fire Island. The Saints have traded up. What was the exact trade? If you just want to unmute, you're good. At this point, we're riding it out, podcast style. Break them with the news, PD.
Yeah, sorry about the crappy audio, but Saints moving up. They trading their 16th pick and a 3rd rounder and a 4th rounder to Washington for 11. I don't think you do that unless you want to get a quarterback.
Yes, I think if you trade up at this point.
Here's what's interesting. A lot of people said the Saints are not getting a quarterback. They signed Winston and Andy Dalton.
That is true. They signed 2 quarterbacks.
You would think there wouldn't be room for a 3rd quarterback on that roster.
I agree. And I don't remember if Andy Dalton's deal was 1 year. I bet it was. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut him. Or maybe, how about this? If they draft Malik Willis, is he just your insurance QB all year? He doesn't suit out? You just suit out Dalton and Jameis famous 30 for 30 Winston. Let's ride. I'm invited to Fire Island. Let's effing go. Y'all thought Fred was fun? Just wait. Just wait. You think Fred would be talking Giants on YouTube? Slinging back shots of Fireball? He could never. He still emails me links of articles and then texts me and says, check your email. I say, Fred, why don't you just send me the link to the article in a text? Email. The kid's crazy. But this is a trade. The Saints and the Washington football trade. Let me get this shot in. I'll break it down. And then we're going to have to sign off. The Saints, they receive the 11th pick. They move up from the 16th spot. They also attach a 3rd and a 4th round pick to that deal. So the Saints, I think, are going to move up and go and select a quarterback. I think that's going to happen. Maybe they're going to go get Malik Willis. All right. One more time. Then after this, a quick Twitter, and then we're out. All right. Evan Neal, number 7 to the New York Giants. Your offensive line got immediately better. You get Evan Neal. You got Andrew Thomas. You got Mark Lewinsky. That's 3 good football players. Your O-line should be way better. And then you get Kayvon Thibodeau, someone that I think is going to make an immediate impact on the Giants. I said it throughout the draft cycle that no player in the NFL draft is going to change how good the Giants are immediately, like Kayvon Thibodeau. I think Thibodeau immediately makes you a better football player. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think the Giants, the expectations got a little bit higher after this draft. I think you are now expecting to compete in the NFC East. Do I think you can win the NFC East? No. But I think you can compete and maybe get in that spot in the NFC, one of the 2nd or 3rd wild card spots in the NFL playoffs, going for the 2022 NFL season. All righty. We're going to have to sign off on the channel. We got other duties here. But I appreciate everyone that's made this stream a part of their day. To the Green Girls, to the Teggins Girls, to everybody that's super chatted, I appreciate it because that goes a long way. It shows my bosses that people care, and it makes me able to do more Giants videos. Trying to find the link to my Twitter so I can get that in the comments section. Everyone that follows me on Twitter right now, link is in the comments section. Link is in the comments section. Jules, Kendall, I love you guys. I see you in the comments section. Y'all are real ones. I just put my link in the Twitter, in the comments. Everyone that clicks on it gives me a follow. I'll make sure to follow you back. The Giants, Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau, let's ride. Peace.